Hi, it's Lily here. I'm back for another daily boost. I am absolutely going to put my windows down though. I've decided to do these in batches. So I literally just recorded the one about procrastination. Let me show you what I just narrowly avoided. Oh, you can hear it. Did you see that? He's literally just gone over exactly where I was sat on my little blanket. Anyway, I'm talking in this episode about how to get out of a funk, or getting out of a funk. So first of all, what do I mean by a funk? Well, you know how it feels when you feel energized, lit up, excited, like inspired, motivated. You know how that feels, right? To me, being in a funk is the absolute opposite of that. When I'm in a funk, I question everything that I thought I knew. Everything I thought I was going to do. Like, I might have had an idea the day before that I was completely lit up by. And when I'm in a funk, I will tell myself that the idea was shit, it's never going to work. It's literally like a draining energy. It just drains, right? So that's what I mean by being in a funk. How do we get out of that? Well, this answer is probably not going to be what you expect, because for sure I could list off a bunch of things that will shift your energy when you feel like that. For example, music, right? I have a inspirational playlist of uplifting music that for sure makes me feel good when I listen to it. Yeah, that'll work. Exercise, of course, that'll work. Spending time with friends, watching a good movie, like, you know, all the bullshit. There's lists that, you know, you can Google that shit, right? You can Google that shit. There's lists everywhere of what to do when you're feeling a little bit down or blah, blah, blah. Let's be honest though. Quite often, this might be controversial, but quite often, taking any kind of action like that from a place of feeling in a funk is not real. In other words, it's like putting a plaster over a gaping wound, in my opinion. And I've been there, done that, got the t-shirt, set up a stall, sold more t-shirts to more people. Like, you know, you get the idea. I've done that a bunch of times. Here's why it doesn't work. Because I think there's a reason why you're in that funk. I also believe that all of our emotions get to be felt. I think that there is beauty in the stillness. There's actually beauty in that moment where everything has to stop and you just have to reflect, go back within, maybe reevaluate what you're doing and why. And sometimes you might reevaluate what you're doing and why and come out the other side still deciding that that's the right thing, but it gives you that confidence that you're doing the right thing. Other times you'll go within, you'll reevaluate, and you'll go, do you know what? What the fuck am I doing? Why am I even bothering with that? And you'll change your mind. But here's the thing. When you plaster over something like being in a funk, in that moment, you are not allowing yourself to feel the way that you want to feel. You are buying into this idea that feeling sad is wrong, or that feeling down is bad, or that in some way we're supposed to be fully lit up and buzz, go the whole time. It's not necessary. It's also not necessary to stay in a funk for days, weeks, months, years. Like, that's not necessary either. All I'm saying is allow yourself to feel how you feel, because when you do that, you'll shift it in a second, literally. So I was in a funk yesterday for most of the day, not like terribly. I wasn't like crying or anything, or crying into my coffee, or lying in bed. It wasn't like a severe thing, but I just had this kind of overriding energy of, oh, everything's so hard, it takes so much energy, and all the things that I'd kind of started, I just was like, oh, I don't even know if that's right, am I going in the right direction, blah blah blah. Now, if I had plastered over that and cracked on regardless, I would have probably ended up doing a bunch of stuff that ultimately wasn't going to serve me. It would have been a lot of running around in circles, basically trying to cause a distraction so I don't feel sad, right? So I didn't do that. I sat in a coffee shop and I did a bit of writing because that's what felt aligned to do. When I'm in a funk, I will just stop everything and I'll shut my eyes and I'll put my hand on my heart and I'll go, what do I want to do? What do I need to do? Well, not even what do I need to do, what do I want to do? Yeah, I was right the first time. What do I want to do right now? What do I need right now? And what I needed was a hot chocolate and what is it called? Like I don't know. Anyway, it had pesto and tomato in it. Tostini? Crostini? Postini? Not a postini. Some kind of teeny. Anyway, it was toast with pesto and tomato and cheese. It was good. I'm not sorry. Was it in the diet plan? No. Does it matter? Fuck no. Because that's what my soul told me I needed at the time. The point is, I allowed it to pass through me. I didn't try and paper over it. I didn't try and ignore it. I just was like, oh, it's just going to be one of those days. This is going to be one of those days where I'm not completely on fire, where I'm not lit up. I tried to write an arrangement for the choir for that night and I hated it, so we didn't do it. You know, there would have been a time where I just would have gone, no, pull up your big girl pants, suck that shit up, get it recorded, get it learnt, just do it. I've just learnt that that doesn't work for me anymore. At some point, that arrangement would have been canned because it didn't come from a good place, right? So this morning, I woke up still a little funky, but absolutely knew that that didn't have to continue and that I get to choose out of that at whatever point I'm ready. And I just made a decision. And as I said in the previous video, I just decided that instead of trying to work from home where I feel really distracted all the time and I feel conflicted because Sophia's there and I want to be with her, you know, instead of that, I just thought I'm going to drive somewhere beautiful. I'm going to journal. I'm going to just dump all this crap, all these thoughts that are whizzing around in my head. I'm going to get some clarity, which I did. And actually, some of the ideas that I thought I'd had that were bad were not bad at all. I just wasn't going in the right direction with them. So how do you get out of a funk? You allow the funk to be with you, but with the knowledge that it doesn't have to stay, with the knowledge that you don't have to stay stuck in that place, with setting the intention that you come through it quickly with greater clarity, greater purpose, and all the juicy buzziness that we love to have. And that's how I get out of a funk. Mwah.